You're watching EVH and Gear TV, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones. And official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com. Here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH artist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everyone, happy Wednesday to you all. Welcome to a brief edition, live edition of EVH and Gear TV. As we said, we're live for a short little bit here. Something I wanted to do today, I'm going to just bring some of this gain back a little bit. Something I wanted to do earlier today was do a bit of a demo video on the Shuriken here that you've been seeing me play a couple times in the last few videos. And I wanted to do something a little bit different with it. I've got a script written for like a full demo I'm going to shoot here shortly, but I wanted to do something a little unorthodox. Usually when you get one of these guitars, you want to get one of these for its technology that's built inside. You know, the Variax technology lets you, do any kind of tuning you can think of on the planet, whether it be traditional tunings or your own custom tunings. It could be, making it sound like a Stratocaster, a Telecaster, a sitar, a banjo, big old acoustic Martin, resonators, Rickenbacker, Les Paul. There's so many different things you can do with it. But my intention tonight is to show you what it can do on its own. And it may be a potential guitar that you might want to buy just for the playability, the sound quality, and the construction of the guitar itself before you even access the basically the electronics that are inside of it. It's a real shredder guitar, and like I say, I want to do a full in-depth review on this. But I thought we would try something tonight. Instead of digging out all of my equipment, my camera equipment, which some of it's off to my side here, I want to try and do a little bit of a rough live demo, because that's where, if I'm going to fall on my face, I'd rather do it live, because you can do all these, pre-produced videos until the cows come home, and, I can fix edits, I can make, edit out my mistakes. If I'm going to make mistakes, I'll do it live, and I have no problem sharing those with you. So what we're going to do is we're just going to play tonight, where I might show you just briefly what the some of the sounds will be like. We're using Variax technology, but that's not my intention. I'll give you an idea, but that will be kind of the part 2 of the demo. And you've seen me playing the guitar already with all the extra cool bells and whistles. I want to show you how cool it sounds and plays, with a single one humbucker guitar, ebony fretboard. It's overall, it's a fun. It's got the big fun factor on it. I think I'm on a clean preset right now, and I'm tuned to 440. I'm not using any Variax technology. I'm using my helix on a triple preset. And actually, let's take it a step further. What my real intention was tonight was to see if this will, quote, Van Halen. Can we get Van Halen tones out of it? And of course, being in 440 tuning, we'll be working on mostly some Sammy Hagar stuff. Everyone that knows me knows I'm a David Lee Roth guy through and through. But I want to show you what it can possibly do just as an electric guitar, unvariaxed, if that's a word. That's the first time you might have actually ever heard that word, unvariaxed. So we're going to be playing it as a traditional electric guitar. And you're looking at the price point, around $14.99 US. That's at least last time I checked. That Sweetwater. So it's not in the cheap range. It's not in the excessive range. It's in the mid-range guitar, made in Korea guitar. So it is a good quality guitar. We're going to show what it can do on its own. And then the bonus with this guitar is the fact that it does everything else. That's the bonus. Most people are going to be buying it for what it does as the bonus. But I want to show people that you might actually want to buy this guitar for what it does as a guitar on its own. So a bunch of people jumping in. We got Will Varela, Don Shepard, My Beautiful Nocturnal Butterfly, Dale Palmer, Janice Lala, I think I repeated a couple of people. So let's see what we got for tone. So I'm on my triple preset right now. I really like this one. I have a clean, dirty, and then lead. No, it's certainly not Van Halen, but we're going to do some Van Halen in a moment. This is a nice preset. I wrote this one a while back on my helix. So I've got clean. Here's my rhythm. So there's clean. Kind of bitey, not overly bitey. And then here's my lead. So a nice 3 kind of real distinct, clean tones. Let's switch over. Brad Miller's here as well too. Hey man, how's it going? Let's switch cameras here. All right, so we're going to try, first of all, and forgive me, I used to play these songs in Van Halen tribute band years ago, and I haven't practiced them in quite a while. Just roughly ran through this tonight, and I'm going to try to see if the guitar on its own with helix will Van Halen. Will it Van Halen? That's probably a new series I might try to incorporate here in some demos on the channel. Will it Van Halen? Oh, cool, Brad. He's saying, dang that tone. I can't dial my stomping like that. It's not stomp tonight. I do have stomp off to my left. I can almost see it off camera here. See if I can try to drag it into camera. I can't. Almost. It's right, almost there. I'm using helix tonight, but you could get this exact same tone out of helix. And Dale Palmer, yeah, about the same as what American Fender costs. So it would be a real decision, be a contemplation between a Fender Strat and something like this. However, the bonus with a guitar like this is all the extras. Tonight we're going to be looking at strictly the non-bonuses. We're going to look at just as electric guitar. Before I get too far into it, too, I want to be fair. I want to share a few things that that I had to kind of change a little bit before it sold me. Now, number one, the guitar came from the factory with D'Addario EXL 110s, 10 to 46 or something like that, or I don't even know. I don't even use 10s, and tuned to 440. Now, I don't normally tune to 440. I'm a half step down guy, and I also play 9 to 42. Now, with a Variax guitar, if you're going to utilize the onboard electronics, which you are, if you're buying this guitar, you are going to want to use that. You'll want to keep that standard pitch, because at standard pitch, you can still use Variax tuning to go higher, lower, anywhere in between. So I'm still at standard tuning, but I went to 9s. And I was afraid about going to 9-gauge strings because with the piezo pickups in here that you would normally use for all the electronics, I was afraid that it wouldn't track properly. And by tracking, I mean picking up the electronic signal and translating it into a different signal. And it does. I bit the bullet. I tried it, and I put 9 to 42 on there. I did go with NYXLs, which in my opinion are some of the best strings on the planet. I'm not endorsed by them. I don't promote them. I do love them. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a difference. We have two of these guitars here. Another one on the rack right here. I'll see if I can show you. Oh, no, Junior has it in his room. I thought it was on the stand. Junior must have taken it up to his room. He's got one of these as well too. He's got 9 to 42s, and he's got Ernie Ball Super Slinkies. I didn't have enough to go all around to do all the guitars, so he's got Ernie Ball Super Slinkies, which I loved as well, but not as much NYXLs. And you play these two guitars, and there's a difference. There's just a little bit of sassiness with the NYXLs. Another product I use to take it to the next level that really brings it home for me is I've talked about this Lizard Spit product before. They have a string lube. I think it's called Fresh and Easy or something like that. I wish I could grab it. It's on the shelf. And I'm not one to normally like those products. I literally actually hate string lube products. I've tried all those things in the past, like the Fast Fret and all that kind of stuff. Because this has an Indian ebony fingerboard on it, you put just a tiny bit of that stuff on the neck. You put it on with a bingo, like it almost looks like a bingo dabber. You just run it across the strings. You take a rag and you buff it off. And then with any residue, I actually buff the back of the neck. And it's just like it's amazing. I can't even describe it. You don't get greasy residue on your fingers. I hate my hands being greasy. So there's no greasy residue on your fingers. There's nothing on the back of the neck. So take the string loop from Lizard Spit. Take the 9 to 42 NYXLs on an ebony fretboard, and this thing to me is an absolute shred demon. Locking tuners on the back, as you can see. So enough talking. How about we do a little bit of playing, and we'll see if it will Van Halen. So I'm probably going to jump over to my lead patch. Okay, probably, even though I don't want to be using a lead for this Van Halen stuff, but it actually has the best tone overall. All right, let's see if it works. I kind of like that delay in this one too. I like that. That's kind of neat. Okay, so I've got a couple of videos queued up here. I'll try this one first. Hope we don't have any advertisements playing on these videos. Okay, I'm just going to mute my laptop for a second. Make sure there's no advertisements playing. I'll mute my microphone, and we'll see what kind of... You tell me if this guitar will Van Halen. Keep in mind, one humbucker, no Variax tone. I'm only using helix for an amp, basically, and I'm using some pitch detune to give you that, that big Eddie Van Halen, this balance tone for sure, spread out across the spectrum. Earlier tonight, before I went live, I was playing through my Persona studio monitors, and they're big and bassy and sound really, really nice. It just sounded amazing. Now, I am getting a different tone out of my headphones tonight, but I'm still getting a nice separation, so I think whatever you're listening to at home, it should be nice and thick and stereo for you. So let's give it a try. Okay, keep in mind, I haven't played this for a while. Okay, so I saw a comment there too from, who was it, with the add more delay. Yeah, for sure, you could use some more delay. Who was that? I saw somewhere about more delay. You are true on that, but I've actually got quite a bit. If you listen to the delay on that, it's just maybe my mix could be a little bit more. I used to play that totally different. If I change presets too, if I go to my regular Van Halen one, I like to throw a flange when he does the, I think it sounds a little bit more like it. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Go back a preset. VH temp, here we go. Get rid of that tuning. Okay, so if I'm doing that. So you hear that flanger, and it kicks in a lot nicer, right? Okay, so let's go back to that same preset I had just a second ago, and we're going to see if this will continue to Van Halen. All right, where is it here? Eric Triple, I call it. Well, that's an acoustic. Nice. Okay. Back to rhythm. Make sure we're not on any Variax technology. All right, let's try this. And here again, too, bear with me because I'm really rusty at these songs. All I'm doing tonight is just to see if this will Van Halen. All right? Okay, we'll try. I'm rusty at this. Okay. All right, bring the laptop up. Okay, so we got Godspeed. I think it's playing. There it goes. Yeah, we got it. Need my drill. And that's been a long time since I learned a solo on that one as well, too. So what do you think so far? Does it Van Halen? Does this guitar Van Halen? I don't have a whammy bar, which is kind of neat as well, too. Let's go back over and let's go say hi to a whole bunch of people. We've got a bunch of people joining in here. Make sure I pause that here on the YouTubes. Jump back a little bit. Dale Palmer, Janice, I think I said hi to Janice and Dale. Jonathan, chorus, comp, reverb. Yes, indeed. Let's give you a bit of an idea. And Jonathan, nice to have you here. What I do is not really a chorus, and you can get by if you're just using pedals at home. A chorus will get you there. But let's see here for a second. What I'm using is a dual pitch, and let me give you an idea what that sounds like. Let's turn off the delay, all right? And all we've got is an amplifier, some reverb. Okay, let's get rid of the dual pitch as well. Now watch the dual pitch. That's a secret right there to Eddie's sound. With it off. Put it on. I messed it up. Darn it. So there you go. That's that pitch detune really brings in the I gotta bring the delay back on that one too, obviously. We don't want tons of delay on that. Too much gain as well too. Gotta bring that one back as well too. But let's continue on in the chat. Brad Miller, dang that tone. I mentioned that. Okay, let me see. Hot for Teacher. Man, I haven't done that in a very, very long time. I doubt I can even play that anymore. I really doubt it. I'm gonna try it. It's been way too long. I'm embarrassed, but you know what? I'd rather fall on my face with you guys. Oh, that was horrible. Of course, I would jump over too. Take out my chorus in that. There you go. There's some sort of somewhere with Hot for Teacher. I'm really messed up, but it's okay. Wally in the box. Phil Cochran is here. Hello, great show, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, Brad, you'll be able to get that totally out of Stomp, no problem. Very, very cool, Will. Nice, nice, nice. Let me see here. Continue down. Scott Connor. Hey, folks. Who is the Van Halen you speak of? Very nice. Let me see here. Let's go back and we'll try the Big Fly Multimedia's here. Happy Wednesday, y'all. You too as well. More delay. Yeah, Jonathan was one saying the more delay. Yeah, we could use a bit more delay. Yeah. Okay, let me see here. Scott Roos is here. Hello from Nova Scotia. Jason Wade, I'll snap Erica's on point. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. You know what? We'll try. And whoever else, as you notice, He likes Roth, but it's a Sammy song. Yeah, exactly. The only reason why is because I'm doing Sammy stuff because it's tuned to concert pitch, whereas most of the Roth stuff isn't. And I didn't really want to show off too much of the Variax technology tonight. I wanted to show what the guitar could do without that. But for fun, we can do that as well too. Just for a second, let's go back to my clean preset for a minute. Beautiful preset, right? Okay, I got some text message. I gotta get way down. Question about my name. Okay, 1 second here. Scott Carter, not much man missing that Experience Hendrix show and Charlotte killed me. Satch and Pinnock are two of my favorite all times. Okay. Scott Nicholson's man, I love Eric's playing. Makes it look so easy, just like Ed. Thank you. I appreciate that. And let me see here. Scott says, Wolverella, is that on Helix? I don't own one, but I'm considering it. Can we have the patches, Eric? Yes, I have a couple things available on my Patreon, patreon.com/EVH Gear TV. I've got a plan where you could join. You can get some of my Helix presets as well too, and it just helps support the show. It's very, 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 very affordable, but you can get them from there as well too. And Nocturnal says there's a question about your name. Where is it? Trying to get there. She knows I'm bad for this. And John Parsons says, can you use the SR250 the same way? Yes, 100%. The SR250 is just the baritone. No reason why you can't use that. And Will Varela says, you need to play louder, bro. Quentin James is probably still sleeping. Yeah, we got to wake him up. I'm going to ask Nocturnal to send me because I don't see the question. Let me see here. This is a new model. It's a relatively new model. The 270 come out first, the baritone, and then this one come out slightly after. The effect, Stephen asked what the effect was a pitch detune. What Eddie was very known to do around the balance and shortly before that, even back in the Colonel Knowledge era, he would use a pitch detune where your guitar is just detuned slightly out of tune. So you're gonna in a stereo setting, you have like on one side of your channel, you're just going out of tune, like down about minus between 5 and maybe 7 to 9 cents. Cents are little steps. And on the right hand side, you choose the exact opposite of what you did, right? So if I'm like -7 on the left hand side, I put +7 on the right hand side, and that will give you this kind of sound. So let me play a G chord here without the pitch detune. Okay, put on the pitch detune. I'm gonna try it again. Here comes pitch detune. It's subtle, and you want it to be subtle. And even if I was in a distortion mode, that might even give you more of a predominant feeling of that. So let's turn the pitch off, G chord. Put a pitch detune on. See how thick that got? I try it myself. Like I find that sometimes I have the mix way too thick. Way too thick. So you want to bring your mix probably to 45% or less. And I guess it looks like Nocturnal might have answered the question already. So there you go. Something about a name or something like that. So that's all good. Jonathan, Sammy, or David. I love David Lee Roth, my favorite singer, but I also like the good music from the Sammy era as well too. Let me see. You see what I did there? I reached for the Floyd. I did. Okay. Every time I reach for the Floyd, I'm gonna have to do some kind of a thing or something. So that's fantastic. And Nocturnal, I saw your message here. That's fantastic. Okay, so this seems how people want to see kind of what the Variax can do as well too. I'll go back to my clean channel and show you. I'm in standard tuning right now, 440. Okay, I'm gonna drop it down one whole step, and I'm gonna play as if I was playing a Les Paul. So I'm going to engage a Les Paul. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute my microphone, and you're just going to see me changing the tunings. I can also do it with Helix as well too, but in this case, I'm doing it for argument's sake. I'm going to control it on the guitar. So I'll mute this. I'm just going to change different tunings on the guitar. Okay, so we dropped all the way down to an octave. So now let's bring it back up to normal standard tuning, but let's show you what we can do with different guitars. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to what's called Spank. This is a Stratocaster's kind of sound. Okay, and then with each spot, I've got a 5-way pickup selector, which is kind of funny because I'm on a single humbucker, but I've got a 5-way toggle, if you can believe that. Okay, so second position, third position, fourth position. Listen to that. It's a bit of a 12 string. Okay. And of course we've got acoustic guitars in here too. So we've got 5 different acoustic guitars, starting off at the back position, second position. That's nice. Kill that mic, I'm getting a lot of hiss. Okay, we've also got some of the world guitars as well too. And here again tonight, this wasn't my intention to show you the extra Variax stuff. I want to show you what it could do on its own. But in the world, you've got like dobros, you've got sitars. Okay, go to the next one. Either sounds like a sitar or some bad fret buzz. Okay, and what's we got next? Oh, there we go. And Buster Cherry, is he endorsing this also? No, I am not. I am not endorsing this product. I recommend the product. I'm not an endorsed artist by any means. Nope. I recommend it highly, but I'm not an endorsed artist of the product. But thank you for asking. Nice jazz. They call it, I'm not saying it sounds like jazz, but they call it the jazz preset. In the first position. And Big Fly Multimedia says, is a Variax Line 6 thing? Yes, it is. Well, listen to that with the 12 string. 12. I like that. There's one of my songs. Okay, let's kill that mic. This will sound really nice, I think. So you can hear a lot of versatility, which you can do with just these different guitars. So I've done jazz, I've done world. There's twang, which will give you more of a Telecaster. Quentin James. So Telly in the first position, Telly in the second. And Telly in the third. I'm not a really good chicken picker, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm a one-trick pony. Okay, what else we got? We got world, we got jazz, we got acoustic. We did the Les Paul. Spank is the obviously the Stratocaster, and I actually like the Spank on a dirty channel. So watch this in the neck position. We'll try some fun here. See if we can do this. All right. I'm gonna put it back on an acoustic guitar. All right. Go to the clean channel, and I don't even know if this is gonna work. This is gonna be on the fly. Okay, I've got a looper built into Helix, so let's try this. I'm gonna try to loop here, and usually when I try to loop, I try to play my phrase once through, and I'll come back through. So I'm just gonna step on my controller. Okay, so I got that phrase looped. I'm going to switch over to a dirty preset and use my Spank, which is a Stratocaster, and go to the neck pickup, which there is no real neck pickup on this guitar. A virtual neck pickup. Try it maybe without the pitch detune or the kind of the chorus effect. And if I wanted to, I could actually play that loop backwards. Forwards, slow it down. It's hard to even play that slow. Kind of fun. Let's jump back over and say hi to a few more people in the chat here. And let me see here. Yeah, and Will Varela is right. Eric, you see, I was right. Play louder and you will wake Quentin up. We've been finding here when Quentin pops on Nocturnal Show, when she does her shows Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we just have to say Quentin, or we say Gary, or whoever we were talking about, and they pop up, as Nocturnal will say, like Mr. Deeds. So we send out the call and they show up. Let me see here. See if there's any other questions here as well too. I'm glad you guys are kind of digging the tone. And yeah, there you go. Paul Terrio would recognize that. Good to see you, Paul. Paul can play some Satriani, man. Way, way better than I can. You need a nice, really, really clean preset for that one I was trying to do. Where is it? I probably don't even have the right one. Let's get off of that. We don't want any. Oh, I lost it now. How did I lose it? I totally lost it. I got all discombobulated. And Brett says, yeah, Telly has that certain sound. Yeah. So you're not going to get it 100% with these guitars, but you're going to get a very, very close proximity. And one guitar could pretty much let you do a whole evening's performances with different tuning changes. So you could cover, if you're a Van Halen guy and a Van Halen band, you could cover Dave's stuff, Sammy's stuff, and be in the proper tunings just by switching presets, which is very, very cool. All those things I was doing with my hand here on the guitar, they can be saved to Helix. So when I change a preset or a snapshot, I can have those tunings. As a matter of fact, if I go back just for a quick second, since how we're talking about Van Halen tonight, let me go back a preset. Okay, we're in here. All right. So In this particular case, let me see. Whoops, I went too far. Sorry, bear with me. Okay. Okay, so I'm keeping my guitar because I want to start using Variax technology now. I'm keeping the guitar in the Les Paul mode. Basically just for a humbucker, right? That's all I'm saying. So there's your typical 440 tuning. Let's bring that volume up a little bit on the helix. Okay. And then I've got a lead preset, which would take me from rhythm. But watch, if I go back to rhythm, now watch this. If I hit the helix preset here, I'm going to drop it down to E flat. Back up, back down. That was bad. I'm totally messing up. I'm going to skip that one. Let me see. Lovely good weather. Yes. Go back to 440. So it's really, really awesome. I had another preset here. I even had a drop D in that as well too. I haven't saved them all. Let me see here. Go back. There's so many things. Your only limitation is your imagination. All right, let's try that just for fun. That's one of mine. We'll have some fun with that one because I can really rock that one up. At least I won't butcher my own songs too bad. We'll see how this goes. Bear with me. Trying to open up a browser here. All right, let's do this. Let's go here. Let's go here. And we won't. This isn't going to be a long broadcast. This will be a kind of a short one. Okay. Let's bring up some more gain on the helix. Watch my levels on the screen. Okay, so keep in mind, I'm in drop D now, still with the guitar tuned to 440, using Variax technology to drop my guitar down. Let's give it a try. It's one of mine. try some more here. So this one, let me see here. We'll do this one especially for Bust Her Cherry, since how Buster Cherry has been gone for 2 years. You've missed a couple shows, so we'll do a couple just for you. We have done a couple more shows since the 2 years that you've been here. Let's see what else we can do for you. Let's try something in traditional tuning, so we can actually use just the magnetic pickup. Let's go back here for a second. Let me see. We could try this one. Yeah, this will work. Because we can actually, when I come into the acoustic part. Let's see. How's it go? Thank you, Quentin. Quentin's talking about the tone. I appreciate that. And that's a very good question from Will Varela. He's asking, is that a real wah or software? Everything I'm playing tonight is modeled. So I'm using the Mission Engineering expression pedal that looks like a big old heavy crybaby wah. And you can choose from inside Helix between 6 and 8. I'm going to say approximately 8. I don't want to quote, but I know there's at least 6 or more wah pedals from like your Crybaby, your Vox V847, all those kind of things you can simulate. So I'm using, I think, the Crybaby, but that gives you a very, very nice wah. Okay, so we're going to try to play my one song, Loaded Gun. Oh, what the heck is with that? Get rid of that. And that volume's going to come way back. I apologize for your ears there. So there'll be a wah in here. All right, we'll try to see how that goes. All right, this one's called Loaded Gun. We'll give this a try. Hey, Sonia. Okay. that was fun. That was fun. Let's jump back to the chat. Lots of comments. Let's go back here. And I need a sip too. I'm dry mouth. Sorry for the pops and clacks. So yeah, we talked about the wah. So Will Varela was asking about the wah. Quentin James, Tone is huge. Walker family, hello. That song is now has Eric's footprint on it. Wally in the Box. Brett McCord, Walker family looks like you play certain songs. And now we're talking about copyright and stuff like that, I think. Yeah, something like that. Big Fly Multimedia, hearing the sounds and looking at the guitar is messing with my head. It could be the booze, though. Okay. And Steve says, is the Mission pedal spring-loaded, Eric? No, it's not. It's free-floating, like whatever you want to call it, just like you'd have traditionally like on a... Even though it's not made for just a wah, it would be like your traditional wah. There's no spring in this one. And I have mine set so when I take my foot off the pedal, when I bring it back to fully disengaged, after about 3 milliseconds, the wah will turn itself off. So watch, if I was to go back into a dirty channel and try that, watch this. Okay, so I'm going to roll the wah back. And it's off all by itself. Speaking of which, I got to show you this new song I'm working on right now. I'm using the wah pedal. When I wrote this song, I was using the wah pedal as an envelope filter, which it kind of is, but to really accent this. So check this out. I like this a lot. So your other guitar would be kind of doing, like, something like. And then, so then there's one lead that would kind of go like this. Then another guitar will go. So when that guitar is doing that, the other guitar is going. And if we want to have real fun, we could actually do something like this. We could really, really have some fun, couldn't we? Oh. Now we're kind of getting in that zone, aren't we? Okay, let's continue on. I got sidetracked. Sonia's here. Thank you so much for jumping in. Walker family, Big Fly Multimedia. I hear this. Okay, I repeat myself too much. I either don't read the chat or I read it 3 times. There we go. Stephen Hurd. Hey, buddy. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I love that wah. Wah is life. I agree on that one. I love wah pedals. Steve Shumaki. Thanks, Brad. I'm coming from Dunlop 95Q Crybaby and MIDI rack. So with the Helix, I'd love to have some of that flexibility with the pedal. Same flexibility. You will for sure. You're going to have a hard time choosing which wah to go with because they all sound so beautiful. And then pick the one that you want. You can still tweak it till the cows come home again. In case you're wondering, that's an expression I use all the time. Maybe you use that. Tweak it till the cows come home. Play until the cows come home. I'm not sure when the cows ever come home. I don't think they do. Steven says, I've been tearing my hair out trying to get audio from my Amplitude software to come through the audio of my live streams. I'll help you, buddy. I will help you. I saw a Tesla one night when you're trying to, and I tried to jump on real quick and you jumped off. It was repeating, so I'll try and help you my very, very best. Where is the wah in my path from Fred Siegel? Good question. Okay, I don't have HX Edit open right now, so actually I have it right. I'm looking at my Helix screen if I was to switch back here. 1 second here. Let me see here. Move this so I don't spill it. So you can see my Helix rack back there. Wah is first in the chain. First in the chain. That's a pretty impressive wah. That's for Fred. Let me see here. Andy Dawson, you just popping in and say hi. Can't stay as early hours in the morning, UK. Great playing though. Thank you, Andy. Just the fact that you stopped by is very nice. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Anybody that stops by to spend some time here is greatly appreciated. You rock, he says. Thank you, Walker family. Says this song is awesome. It's a pretty song, isn't it? And Big Fly says one guitar that can do all of it. What fun is that? No, true. I mean, it's one of those things that sometimes you might have to travel light. Trust me, ask Nocturnal Butterfly. Nocturnal used to manage the band in the latter part of our career, and I would travel with about 5 guitars all the time, and a couple of them were almost identical. A couple Wolfgangs, a couple this, couple that. But now, if you're on a, let's say you're an opening act, whatever, you could potentially travel with 1 guitar. And you know what I would do? More than likely now, if I ever get back into gigging, I'm going to be using Variaxes a lot for the sole fact that I could do all these tunings. And I'm going to take 2. I'm going to take 2 Variaxes. I'm going to take this one, and you can just barely see the neck right there. That is the 89F, which is basically a double humbucker with a floating Floyd Rose on it. So how cool is that to have a Floyd Rose floating, mind you, that you can tune to any tuning on the planet? Kind of cool as well too. But yeah, sometimes one guitar gets kind of stale for people. But the cool thing is, if it's your one guitar and it plays really, really, really good, you're warmed up right off the get-go with that one guitar. You don't have to play a song or two before you get comfortable and then switch your guitar. So there's arguments both ways, and there's no right or wrong. I just saw something on the big screen. Okay, Will Browser, just put you on my big screen now. I can see and hear you better. Awesome, good. And Brett McCord says, I wish my fingers were longer so I could play certain chords, but have to work with God gives you. That's right. Wolf Rolla says Erickson a groove. Okay, very good. Another good technical question from Jason Wade. What is the neck profile on the guitar like compared to a Wolfgang? It is a soft C shape, 12-inch radius. It's not compound radius, 12-inch radius. Maple neck with an Indian ebony fingerboard. Absolutely beautiful comfort. I would say similar to a Wolfgang standard, maybe a special, but a softer rolled edge, if that makes any sense. Just very, very comfortable. I'm normally not a painted neck guy. I don't like a finished neck for the most part, but this is such a polyurethane satin finish on it. Not a heck of a lot of coating. And when I'm using some of that lizard spit stuff, as I was talking about earlier, I certainly don't grease this thing down, but I take a little bit of it, I wipe it off. Matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can get some of this. I'm tied down. I can't get it. It's over my shelf, but look up lizard spit. I think it's called Fresh and Easy. I think that's the name of it. I put a little bit on with the little bingo tabber and wipe it off with a rag, and any of the just slight residue that's left in the rag, I wipe the back of my neck, and this thing is just to die for. I mean, literally, it's amazing. Jeff Alexander is here, I think. I saw him. Yeah, there he goes. Hey, buddy, good to see you. And so that's the answer for Jason. Paul says, love how Eric's really feeling the song when he plays it. That's a true guitarist? Thank you. That one passage in my solo there, and my one song Pass You By, that gets me every single time. It's probably about the most simple kindergarten guitar phrase ever, but sometimes that is what makes it. So I'm doing really simple, like, let me change cameras again. Okay, one second here. It just goes to show you that something really simple can still be very emotional. So the solo starts off like this. Okay, the next part. And then this is the part I love right here. So it's a counter melody to what the vocals are doing and the rhythm guitar. And it just, without that, it doesn't really do it justice. But it hits me every single time. It's my favorite part of the song. And boy, if I mess that up, do I ever get upset with myself? Because you got 7 seconds to make an emotional impact. Instead of instead of shredding, make that. I just totally messed it up, so I'm going to stop. See, I'm trying to explain about not messing something up, and I messed it up. Well, my point is, you've got about 3 to 4, 7 seconds of time to make an emotional statement. Make sure you don't mess that up. And it happens. The best of us do. You just got to keep rolling with it. And Paul says that riff has some serious attitude. Joe Satriani meets Appetite for Destruction. Are you talking about that one? I like a lot. Actually, there's a lot more to that song too. It's improvised, kind of in the same vein, not nearly like Mr. Scary, but in that same. And of course, with the wah acting like an envelope filter, just using a simple pedal tone on an open E string. Kind of cool. Charles Green, rock, and Stephen Hurd sounding great. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Paul is a monster player. If you guys have not seen Paul play, Paul's was, I don't want to say a new fan of the channel. He's kind of a regular now, but when he came out of the channel, I didn't know who he was. I checked him out and instantly subscribed to him. A monster player. Just very, very inspiring. Plays a really nice PRS guitar along with other guitars. Beautiful guitar collection he has. All right, Jade, a mad one. Play it till you hear the cowbell. Love it. Robert Apple's here. Nice. EVH sitar, Eric. Nice to see you, buddy. And yeah, wah sounds best at the beginning of the chain for sure. No doubt on that one there. Let me see here. And still, yep, still lots of Wolfgangs here. You can probably see behind me. Can you see behind me? Let's try another camera. I'm in the way. There's all kinds of Wolfgangs over there. A bunch of guitars over there. We've got Wolfgangs. We've got about 6 or 8 other guitars over here off camera as well too. So lots of guitars. There you go. Looks like the fans are kind of reminding that there's lots of Wolfgangs here. Janice Lala is back. R2R3 Locknut. Brett McCord. I need to get my profile picture to decide what to be a good one. Yeah, sometimes, right? It's nice to have some profile pictures. Just throw like a guitar of some sort or something on there. Very, very cool. All right, let's try another one for fun. Let's try using the Variax again. And going against everything I wanted to do tonight. I was going to be all strictly Van Halen, but we did some Van Halen at the front. And it doesn't always have to be Van Halen. That's why I like to mix things up. Hence the different content here on the channel. Let's go to one of my favorite presets. Bear with me. Here it is here. Nope, hang on. Too far back, maybe too far forward. I'm changing these presets in slippers too, by the way. Yes, I'm wearing slippers. Okay, now where the heck did you go, dude? I did something crazy to my helix. I'm not sure what I just did. Bear with me here. Okay, here we go. Somehow or another, I threw him down on the bottom. Weird, very weird. Quentin has a question. Where are the outputs of your helix going? To your mixer and then to your computer? Yes, Quentin James. My helix is going, so I'm helix rack. I'm running 2 different things. I'm actually running the helixes to the helix using a Line 6 link cable, which is a digital, it looks like an XLR cable, but it's digital. It runs to my 2 power cabs. My power cabs run in stereo, but they're turned off at the moment. So I also run 1/4 inch balanced out to my mixer, and from my mixer to the computer. And then I'll give you some help there as well too, because I know that's where you were struggling before. You and I will do a session together, and I'll help you get that. But that's it. Basically, helix, my mixer and stereo, and my mixer goes USB to the computer. And yeah, so there you go. Hopefully that answers your question. But I know there's still a little setting that there's something we have to do for you, and I will walk you through that personally. I'll help you. Okay, we're going to drop it down to D. Okay. Let's go find that one again. I have my drop D. Actually, no, you know what? No, we'll keep here. Okay. All right, let's try this one. This one's nice and heavy and fast. And I might just have to play with my levels. And I'm going to highlight. Oh, thank you. Paul's giving me nice feedback back as well too. Thank you. And he says I inspire him too. I appreciate that. You guys all inspire me, every single one of you, in all different ways. You know, just some of the things you do for a living, some of the things you do for music, just conversations. Everything is inspirational from you guys and girls. So I appreciate that. Okay, this is going to be some fun, and we'll wrap it up here soon. I just had to get level. So keep in mind, this guitar is tuned to 440. That is drop a half step down. Sorry, a half step down. So that's all the Variax technology. And what we're going to try to do for fun, we'll do maybe one more. I'm going to go to a drop D. And this is a real fun one. This one's a song called Silence. Actually, let's try a nice clean patch just before I go away, because I love to do this. Get some nice delayed one. My damn chair's going to run away on me. That ping pong delay. Okay, let's go back to the Van Halen drop D. Here we go. Okay, and I'm going to leave the pitch detune off to accent it when I come in on my power chords. Okay, and here again, once again, this is 440 with half step down and drop D using the Variax technology. So if I turn it off. Okay, I'm down. Let's try it. Nocturnal Butterflies on duty. One of 1,000,003 reasons why I love her so much. Front lines, baby. night, Quentin. I didn't get a chance to tuck you in. All right, we'll do one last song. We'll call. I know I said that 3 songs ago. This is the last one. Tuned down to D. I'm going to get into my clean and distortion patch. This was a song from my mom called Shirley. No longer with us. Okay, and we don't want drop D. Okay, we want the triple. And we want actually, hang on a second. You know what? I'm not actually going to be able to do that, I don't think. Let me see. VH. Let me see, half step clean. There we go. Make sure when I change to dirty, it doesn't go to any kind of. See, it's not in the right tuning. Half step dirty. Why is that one there? Half step. All right, we'll do our best. We'll do our best on this one. I might have to try this. 1 second. Okay. Here we go. All right. Last song for the evening. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll just say goodbye right now, and after the song's done, we will be taking off. Thank you so much.
Okay, are you ready yet?
That's what you call falling flat on your face. We're going to do this. We're going to rock it up. We're going to go back and do one that I know I can't mess up, and we'll take it on a higher note anyways. Let's do that. Let's do that. It happens. It happens. Okay, we're going to rock up with Runaway. We're out of here. See, I don't mind making mistakes live. It's all part of the show. Good night, everybody.
Hey, you're still here? Eric Jr. here, reminding you to check out our full lineup of quality merch. Available right now in the Broadstash Boutique. Quality products and fast shipping. Visit broadstash.com today.
I am now on Patreon. If you enjoy my content and wish to support my channel and what I do, then please check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/EVH Gear TV. Your support assures the continued growth of this channel and a fun community in which to share our love for Van Halen, music gear, and much more.
My name is Eric and I'm playing Wolfgang guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com.